हम्म। हम्म। हाँ हाँ, वो मेरे नाम पे ही आएगा वो। ठीक है। It very well. Okay. So guys, just from a logistics, if you are wanting to get a recording as part of this whole thing, we will also send you the recording of the session. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about taking screenshots and all. We'll send you the recording and upload it, and we'll be also available for further consultation as well. Okay. If you are able to listen to my voice, please drop in all is okay and in the chat. We'll use this chat very well to know and interact. I'm also putting in a small survey into the chat where you can help us understand a little bit more about yourself. Okay. Thanks, Faizan. So it seems all good at your end. It will be great if others can also put in. It will be good for us to get some feedback as we do this monologue. So this session is scheduled for 90 minutes. I will try to wrap up my organized presentation in 60-65 minutes, and then we will open for discussion and use it as a interactive channel because we have a limited audience of 10-15 people, so we can use it much more. So digital marketing is very pervasive today, as we know, and 70% of the world's money spent in digital marketing money spent in marketing is in digital marketing today. So we cannot imagine any marketing without a component of technology or digital in it. So which is great. TV, I don't know how many people still watching TV, but most of the digital marketing is happening through YouTube, Facebook, Google, uh, WhatsApp, all of those things. The types of marketing, one very strong combination is customer retention. And I'll try to explain what I've understood globally is 10% of the digital marketing money goes into CRM, but the amount of ROI this generates is almost 20 times more than the next best channel. And this is because customer retention marketing is all about talking to the customers who have given their explicit permission to contact you, whether it is through email, whether it is through WhatsApp, or whether it is through phone number or as a push notification permission. So CRM is a very important thing. And when we say CRM, I'll just take 5 minutes to explain what does the world of CRM mean. It means we get traffic from all the sources into our website or on our stores. We get them as leads. They become leads because they show interest, and when they become lead, some of them convert and become customers. And when people come, people who have had a good experience, they repeat. That's where we earn lifetime revenue. So the most important thing about retention is the traffic which we are getting onto our online or offline property is we are able to retain them, convert them, and repeat them. That is the purpose of retention marketing. Guys, if you have any questions anytime, feel free to put it in the chat or unmute yourself and pause me. It's a very small audience, so we'll be happy to do as interactive as possible. So if I'm going fast or slow, let me know. So if you think I'm going okay, you can just type in okay in the chat, please. So what are the channels of CRM which we talk about? So CRM is very much we talk about as first party data channel. First party data channel means the first party means like the brand is getting the data directly from the people. Now, when we say people, it means say Saurabh visits say a store in Dubai Mall. He provides his contact information like email, and that is the data which is called first party. Now, what are the different types of first party? Email is one of the most used first party, and then there's the phone number. Now, with phone number, we should be able to contact him through SMS, which is the most traditional channel, or WhatsApp or RCS. RCS is another Google's platform. I'll not touch upon RCS, but RCS is a very upcoming channel, very similar to WhatsApp, or you could say an iMessenger. Okay, and then there are inbound channels like web push notification, where you upload where when you open a website you goes those pop-ups, or when you download an app you goes those irritating push notifications. That is the other channels. Now, why is first party channels very important? Now, this is Neil Patel, who's one of the most sought out of marketers, digital marketers, who talks about SEO and growth marketing. What he says, marketers have to pay more attention to first party data, and where uh, people weren't getting value from it, and organize their data into more important channels. Now, this is very important in today's age, also because first party data is because the Google and Facebook marketing is becoming very, very expensive. And to counter that thing, if the brands get uh, control about their own marketing, they will be able to get higher ROI of all of these things. So that's why first party data marketing is we compare three big channels, which is WhatsApp, email, and SMS. If you leverage, does anyone use any of these marketing channels? You can put in the names of those channels in the chat, please. Guys, it will be great if you could be a little interactive. It will give me some feedback how the session is going. I know Linda and Faizan are very much gracious to comment, but it will be great if others could also do, please. So if you use any of these channels, WhatsApp, email, SMS, you can put it in the chat. You use all, great. So the challenge with WhatsApp marketing is it is very costly. It's almost point 0.5, dollars. Email is very, very low. It's less than it's 0.06 cent. And SMS is 0.01 dollars. So basically 1 cent is SMS, 5 cent is WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 5 times more than SMS. The difference between WhatsApp and SMS, what we generally see is the open rate in SMS. While it cannot be measured, it is estimated to be about 5%. While WhatsApp, the open rate can go above 50%. Email, if you have to optimize a lot, you can get about 20-25% open rates. SMS has limited characters, about 160 characters. WhatsApp, you can write a bigger message. You can put in video, you can put in rich text and all. Email, you cannot put in videos, but you can put in GIF, you can put in a long tail. But the problem is email, I don't know how many people are still opening up emails, and it also goes into the promotions folder. So you get limited attention. So WhatsApp, because of its nature of being very creative, very much into the system, people are using WhatsApp 25, 30 times in a day or more. A person like me, like must be opening WhatsApp almost 1,000 times in a day. And there is, and if we talk about spam rules, email is very, very sophisticated in its own spam. 96% of world's email goes to Gmail, and Gmail is very, Google is very sophisticated in its spam rules. So what has happened over the period of time before 3 years is email was the only channel, then SMS. Now with WhatsApp coming in, it has become a very key channel which businesses can leverage. Now, but the key change which has happened is things are moving from messaging to conversations. Now, when I say messaging means I send an SMS, that, but a conversation is Shobhit. A big part about all of this is we are moving from a notification to convert into a conversation. And as brands are able to use this concept of messaging to conversation, the interaction between the person and the brand becomes very, very big. Okay. Currently, worldwide, there is about 2 billion plus WhatsApp users now, and Instagram is about 1 billion, and RCS is about 800 million. So the audience is very, very big. Now, what it means for us is if you are sending a WhatsApp to your friend or somebody, it will be delivered to them. But as brands, we do one of the key things to note here is brands cannot send a message to anyone. Brands can only send the message to the people whom they have the data for. So, which is a key concept to remember. So the whole area of this whole conversation to messaging started with messaging, where it when you send a message to the brand, it could be for customer acquisition, it could be for lead generation, it could be for follow-up. Now from there, it becomes a conversation to a conversation messaging. From the conversation messaging, it can lead into commerce. Now, what I mean to say is, like in many places I've seen in metro stations, especially in India, that you will see a QR code. You can scan the QR code and book a ticket by doing WhatsApp payment. So that really becomes a conversational commerce where you start doing some discussion and then you buy something. And finally, it moves into support as well. And when I say support, what it means is it can convert into a support ticket to help somebody to convert or solve a problem. When we see why do people contact businesses, people contact businesses for delivery tracking, for appointment notifications, for deals, customer service, and updates. Now, this is the reason why many of these conversational support things can become very easy for businesses to handle. And I'm sure most of you must have used one of the GenAI application like ChatGPT or Bard or Perplexity. Okay, the best thing about it is it's a conversational search. You start talking to the bot as if you're a person and the somebody is replying. Now, the think about that whole thing getting implemented into our own area. So that's why this whole WhatsApp marketing is getting better. Now, WhatsApp marketing we talked about has huge scale. 2 billion people are using in UAE itself. About 11 billion million plus people are using, and smartphone penetration is almost 97%. People spend 21 hours per month on social media or on WhatsApp. So it's a big thing. Now, the first, I'll talk about some use cases. Okay, WhatsApp can be used in for organic entry points. Like, for example, we can use it for getting people to discover us on social media, and from there, you can get them entered into our our ecosystem. The next is you can give a missed call to the brand's phone number, and then you reply it through WhatsApp. So these are organic entry points where people are coming, reaching out to us, but it helps us get in the information of the person and then do it. The other area is on paid entry points. So, for example, and this is very new. Earlier, what used to happen is from a funnel perspective, uh, we run an ad on Instagram or Facebook. Then the CTO used to be go to our website landing page, and then you fill up a form, and then you will download a brochure or something. Now, this can be transformed, and I'll show you some examples later in the session, is where people can enter through paid points. And then there are offline points. So, for example, you go to a store, you scan a QR code, you go to the WhatsApp directly, and then you get the information. Earlier, what used to happen is you go to the store, the person will say, okay, fill up a form, give me 5 things. So, with WhatsApp, the whole lead form thing becomes very, very efficient, and your lead capture rate will increase almost 3 to 4 times. That's what I've seen in many of these places. I'll take a pause and see if there are any questions from the audience. Okay. Yeah. So let's move on to different types of campaigns and use cases. So WhatsApp to understand the whole WhatsApp marketing, see, generally what happens is we send WhatsApp as a person to person, which is peer-to-peer WhatsApp. Now, there is something called WhatsApp for businesses, and WhatsApp for businesses, or what is called WhatsApp Baba, requires you to set up things. And then for sending the messages, you have to classify the templates into three types. The first is a utility message. A utility message is something very servicing related. You have a bill pending, you ordered something, the transaction confirmation message comes in. So this is the first one which talks about utility messaging. The second is authentication template. Authentication template are very interesting ones, where uh, you can get an OTP, or you sign up on. So rather than you getting an OTP on an SMS, you get it on WhatsApp. Now the benefit of you getting it on WhatsApp is you can do it at a global rate. For example, if somebody from UAE is coming to my website, or somebody from Bahrain is coming, from US is coming, so WhatsApp does not differentiate with it, and your global rates will be very similar. You will not be paying very differently out there. And then finally is the marketing template, where you are sending an offer or a promotion to the person. Now, basis utility, authentication, marketing, the rates of marketing are very different. The most costly message is marketing. Okay, but there is user initiated messages as well. User initiated messages when the user reaches to the brand and initiates a conversation. This is written here, and it's more of a free form text the person can write, and then it starts as a bot. Now, the cost of this is also very similar to servicing, but you can think about inbound communication and outbound communication. So there are four key types of WhatsApp use cases. One is to build your WhatsApp lead base. The next is WhatsApp notification, automated conversation, and monthly campaigns. So you must be wondering why WhatsApp lead base is important. WhatsApp lead base is important mainly because uh, to be able to send a communication out to any customer, one has to acquire the permission base from the person. So building the lead is important. Like when you start any business, you will have zero customers. So you will have zero people who have given you WhatsApp permission. So as you get to build your phone number base, you will have to take permission from them. And you could also do it by sending them a message and say, if you wish to continue receiving message, press OK. So they will, like the first message can be sent and taken the permission. But in countries like UAE and all, where there is strict privacy laws, it's important to build the list by permission. Next is WhatsApp notifications. I covered a little bit in the previous thing, which is could be abandoned cart, COD verification, order delivery message, NPS. All of those are WhatsApp notification messages. And then automated conversations. So automated conversation is somebody messaging, what is the status of my order? The bot replies that this is the order will be received in time, and then you your batch campaign. So these are the four key types of campaigns you can do on WhatsApp. Now, whenever you are sending WhatsApp, there are three key stages. The first one is the WhatsApp gets delivered. Generally, what happens is we have seen delivery rates at 90% plus if your base quality is very good. The only reason the data would not get delivered is if your phone is switched off or the number has been disbanded and all. Then once you deliver the message, somebody clicks and opens the message. Now, when you open up the message, you will come to know, okay, that you have received the message and you have read the message. And then there is a link in the message which is called the click. And that's very important. At the end, you have sent the message, somebody has seen it, and if he clicks in, you will know whether he has clicked it or not. Now, it is possible that the message does not have a website or something. You say, okay, there is this promotion in Jumbo Electronics in Dubai. The person goes to the store and looks at it, but that's okay. He has viewed the message and he has gone and visited. But in case of digital attribution, it's key that the click is tracked. Uh, in a message, there could be multiple CTAs. This is very key benefit. So this is an example of a WhatsApp message where it talks about Republic Day sale. Here it's the shop now, or it's talk to a comfort expert. Now, when you click here, talk to a comfort expert, it goes and lets you interact with a person. Now, this really helps you take the messaging to conversation. here is another example from Lenskart where I used to work, that you have an explore more button, you have a chat button, visit store. So mostly in case of omni-channel business where you have a website and you have stores, you can put in this type of CTS. So it's good to have one or two CTS, but having lot of CTS is not advisable because it can result into distraction. Uh, I think so. This all is, see, broadcast messages are all paid, Faizan. Especially when you're doing B2B messages to a bigger audience, WhatsApp will charge you for all messaging.
Correct. What I meant to ask Saurabh is that is this something that I can send as a broadcast, or do I need somebody to opt in for me to send these messages? I
You
understand it's
can
paid.
send it as a broadcast. That's not a problem. So WhatsApp has been evolving over the last 2, 3 years, both in terms of price and also in terms of features. When WhatsApp was launched back in India, it was at 30 paisa. Now it's at 70 paisa plus, so almost 2.5 times the prices has increased. But it has added a lot of feature. So here, if you see, this is called a carousel template. A carousel template lets you let people swipe and it can show 5, 6 different products. In this case, you can see there is fruits, vegetables, and all. In this, you can say the other one. So carousel templates are multi CTA. So if your CTR is say 2% in a carousel template, if designed well, can go up to 2.5 to 3% as well. So these are very good templates to leverage.
Saurabh, I have one query. In the previous slide, in the multi-city example, is it possible for us to add, let's say, one CTA which is leading to a particular link, and the second button can lead to some chatbot? Do we have
Yes,
that
you can do
facility?
it. Yeah. So if you see here in this
Yeah.
example, explore visit store will take you to another link. Chat can lead to a chat session. Okay, and explore more can open up a multi CTA thing. So
Is
that is
this
possible.
limited to tools also? Because the type of tools I see, I can get a multi-city example, but I don't have the option to, start a chatbot with one button and send out a link on another CTA. Is it
Yeah,
specific to tools as well?
yeah. So it also depends on the limitation of the platform you're using, Ashik. So
Got it.
can I
Got
know
it.
which platform are you using right now?
Currently using Vati.
तो Vati is a very मतलब step one tool. So what I would say, मतलब there are more
Oh,
advanced platforms available to do, and I'll
great,
talk
great.
about different platforms also later. Okay.
Done.
So the other pieces on one of the big features is WhatsApp is introducing the commerce feature. Okay, and in commerce you can in fact upload your entire catalog onto WhatsApp, and the person can buy from this. So here in this case, for example, recommended product, you click here and then you move to checkout and you can pay and come out of it. So you can sync your catalog, especially if you and some of these platforms also provide native integrations. In India, Geo has done, multiple companies have done this thing, and but yeah, it's not easy to do because when you are buying online, you want to look at the ratings, features, images. So if your product is very standardized and very repeatable, this is very good, and I'm sure this will evolve a lot. I've not seen many companies get a lot of success here because especially if you're buying things, you don't see the small image, you want to go look at the carousel, watch a video. So the cataloging is not so depth, but for standard things like if you want to renew your membership, pay your bill, all of those is very easy to be done. So this is an example of the commerce. You go here, click and see, and then you check out. Okay. Only problem is, as I was saying, the see you cannot see review ratings here. You cannot see multiple photographs. All those problems comes in.
Saurabh, this is part of catalog, right?
Yeah. The other feature which WhatsApp is coming out is flows. So what does flow mean? Flow is almost like a web form, okay, where you kind of, for example, in this case, you contact us, you will need to provide your information and then you submit and then it goes. Today, generally what happens, we send a link. That link goes to, takes us to a website. You have to come outside the session. You have to again provide your contact information and does it. The benefit about WhatsApp flows, what is it helping is uh, It will help us do all the things in that session, like a web view within the WhatsApp, and the form fill rate becomes very high. This is something slowly getting rolled out since January, February. Not all platforms have come out with it, but think about it. If you want to do a small survey like an NPS, or you want to collect feedback, or in fact, I've seen a use case where airlines can do a ticket seat selection also in it. So WhatsApp flows is will be enabling you to it. Saurabh has a question on the chat. So what's also up? See, in India, UPI is very effective. You are right. But what's happening is also UPI cube. There people are putting in gateways like Razorpay and others in it, and WhatsApp Pay is also getting enabled. I'll get back to you on it. How people are integrating, what types of gateways are enabled, and is WhatsApp Pay enabled in UAE or not? I'll check on that and get back to you. But that's not a problem because the usage of credit cards and bank accounts is very high in your region, I guess. So paying back credit card will be high. Okay, so here is an example from H&M where it shows how when you send a message, you can select things. You select your goods and then you add to the cart and then you pay. This is an example, and then you pay in dollars. So that's how, in this case, it's working. But it's again, you trigger a notification, the person interacts, selects, does commerce, and then pays and comes out. So this is the future of WhatsApp and especially e-commerce, which is going in.
Just one quick query here, Saurabh, in the GIF that you are playing, right? After the view card, you have an option to add to cart and then send to business, right? The CTA says send to business. Do we know exactly how and where to configure if I want to configure the text, if I want to customize the text, rather than saying send to business, let's say get a call back, something like that. Is it
Yeah,
customizable?
you can do that. You can do that, but these are mostly custom implementations. Ashay. Okay, so you will have to work with your operator to set it up, and you could say, okay, merge, and also there is a cart merge problem which also happens. Okay, and then you can do everything here as well, where it will create a parallel cart and then it will check out for you, add your address and all. So that's also possible, but these are very custom implementations also. Okay.
And the screenshot that you shared in the previous slide, this is more of a meta setup, right? The form that you were saying in the
This one.
previous, yeah, this is from the Meta's end for WhatsApp forms, right? This is not from the tools end.
So tools are also coming up with this. I know of 2, 3 tools who have started this also. So at the end,
Okay.
Meta will not be giving you those things. Meta is not a service company. And if you have an issue, they will not be able to get you to do these things for you, help address the query. At the end, whatever tools you're using, AI, Sensi, Vati, Gupshup, whatever tools you're using will be needed to be integrated and operated.
Got it. Got it.
So the other example is conversational use case for product queries and shopping assistant. This is an example
Saurabh,
from Himalaya.
we have a query from Mohammed as
Yeah.
well.
Uh, yeah. So I'll just complete this example and I'll take that.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is an example where it's more of a conversational query where people are asking about what do they want, what do they want to talk about, and it helps them clear this thing. Conversational use cases to direct people to support is, this is an example from brand shop. This is a test example where you go select your things, order initiated and all. So this is a very powerful way to cut down your support needs, human support needs, and focus on value added terms. And I've seen many brands become very optimized with it. uh, so, Mohammed, you have a question. If you have a management consulting business, how would WhatsApp help you promote your business? So, yeah, it's a tricky thing, Mohammed. Management consulting businesses have lesser leads. Okay. But the good part in this is what you could do is many management consulting requires you to generate lead forms, download. So, I'll take an example. Okay. So, for example, we are promoting, saying that, okay, go running an ad saying, I have come up with this research report. Click here to download the report. Now, what generally people do is you will run this ad on LinkedIn, You take them to your website, put in your name, address, phone number, email ID, and then on email you will send that PDF. Now, in this case, what we can change the method is, uh, when you run the ad, you can change the CTA to go to WhatsApp, and as soon as you go to WhatsApp, the brand will acquire the phone number directly, and then you can send the PDF. So instead of the 7 steps the person has to do, it becomes 2-step process, and it makes it very simple for people to reach out. Plus, also you can put in a small bot for queries and get them to chat. So I've seen these things. For management consulting, it's not easy. In fact, website is also not great, but management consulting requires lot of information to be put in. Does that answer your question, Mohammed? Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. So this is the most interesting part of what's happening with WhatsApp is CTW, which is called Click to WhatsApp. Now, Click to WhatsApp, what it does is you run a Facebook campaign. You have a CTA which says send message. You can see the send message, and when you click the send message, it will go and then take you to WhatsApp directly. Now, this is a very powerful thing, and I'll show you another video. See this. This is a Maggie ad running on Facebook, and when you click here, it'll go and say, "I saw this on Facebook." You click, and then it it starts interacting with you, and you can get it. So what it makes it easy is here, that the the whole irritating part of filling a form and providing the information to the brand is where it gets cut down, and this becomes very much efficient, and your lead funnels become very efficient. Your CTAs might be same, but your form fill rate will almost become 90% to 80%, which is very great. Generally that is hardly 10 to 15%, and that's where we lose a lot of your business. The other piece is WhatsApp as a CRM tool. We talked about it a little bit, that we can automate customer queries. You can do help in completing sales and nurturing leads. When I say completing sales is, say, for example, somebody has put in an item in the cart on the website and forgot it. So generally we send them a cart abandonment SMS or something. So you can send them a WhatsApp message where they can say your cart is awaiting, and you can take them to complete the payment there itself. Okay, which really helps. Now, chatbot automation. So now there is a lot of LLM things which will also come in, which I'll talk about. So think about it. There is like 5 steps process of WhatsApp. One is you run ad directly on on anywhere in social media, whether it's Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram, TikTok. You can take them to WhatsApp. Then is you click and you generate the lead. You can showcase. You can show the catalog. You people add the catalog and they can collect payments. So you can run the entire commerce out there. Uh, I would say this is a use case, and like some people are doing 2 steps, some people are doing 3 steps, but over the next 1 or 2 years, we will see much more examples of these 5 steps process coming in. In Japan and in China, WeChat and different platforms have been able to do this and build a lot of commerce. WhatsApp is the only non-Japan and China things which is picking up. It is taking its own time, but we are seeing good adoption here. The good part is what we are learning from Brazil, India can be leapfrogged into what you can do it in your own area. So I'm sure you must be looking at a lot of omni-channel businesses. So omni-channel businesses means people who have a website and people who have a store. So the key thing in this is we do a lot of store locator campaigns. We say, okay, visit the nearest store. Here is the link. Now the problem is finding the store. Okay, where, say, for example, in a city like Dubai, which is huge, where is the nearest store? You cannot know. So the most simple thing out here, and this is something which we implemented for a company called Sleep Company, wherein the person can put in, go to the WhatsApp, go check, put in the zip code, and they will come to know the nearest store as a message. Or they can also share their current location on WhatsApp, and then it will throw the link. So you can know these are the 5 stores. So the problem is, if you go and you might argue with me, say, Saurabh, you can send it to Google Maps and do it. But what happens is, if I go to Google Maps and if I say Sleep Company store, somebody else will bid on my ad and come out. So it becomes a challenge and you lose a lot of traffic. Here the benefit also is Sleep Company comes to know, okay, Shobhit is interested, Saurabh is interested to come to the store and visit. So this is an example where they can again come back and target them to say, okay, I saw that you have interest in visiting us. How can I help you? Or you can say, here is a 10% off for you to use in your next visit. So omni-channel use cases are very big into it. The other thing is using QR codes to taking them to WhatsApp. I kind of missed the slide here. So what we also tried it in some certain brands is, say you go to a store and you want to buy this chair. Now this chair has a lot of product information. So people, what they will do, they will go and Google this chair and all. So what we did is we placed a QR code there, which takes them to WhatsApp, shows them the price, offers and all. And in this advantage is the brand knows the customer knows the brand, and the interaction goes deeper. The thing which I'm very much excited about is LLM powered conversations. Now with ChatGPT and Bard and Perplexity and all of the LLM models coming in, we have seen the power of natural language conversation. Now there are platforms like Gupshup who are coming up with that. You can connect your own customer service data into their WhatsApp bot, and the WhatsApp bot can, rather than learning from the world, it will learn on your data set and it will help you answer the query into natural language. So you can see this example and you can choose the model you want to use. You want to use the model from ChatGPT 3.2, 3.44, and you can pay by usage, or you want to use somebody else's model, Hugging Face model or somebody else. You can configure it and you can put it, and that's how it will work for you. There have been some good use cases. I think so in Dubai also in transportation system they are also trying this out, and in multiple places in India and in Southeast Asia this is coming out. So while most of the people have adopted WhatsApp as a messaging channel, some people are adopting WhatsApp as a conversation channel. The next big thing to happen is WhatsApp commerce and WhatsApp AI. In fact, Meta AI is also coming up with something very great in it. So till now we talked about what are the different types of WhatsApp channel, what are the different use cases. I'll talk about what is our key learning working on WhatsApp, hundreds and thousands of WhatsApp campaigns. So in any WhatsApp campaign, as I talked about, the first thing is message is sent, which is delivered or not delivered. The next is you open up the message, and the third is you click the message, and then you complete the purchase. Now, this is a question, guys, and I want you all to maybe unmute. So there are these about 9 messages which you see. I want you to tell me which is the message you feel you would be mostly likely to click. Visit Big Kareem, Make My Trip, Talabat, Brand for Less, Sharaf, Fresh to Home, Zomato, BBS. Just by reading these preview messages, and you can type it in the chat also if you're not comfortable. But I want everyone to say which is the message they will click.
Kareem for sure.
Kareem, okay, congrats, Shobhit. Okay, great. Anyone else? Talabat, get more with Talabat. Okay, great. Talabat. Okay, I see a lot of people love Talabat. So do you love Talabat mainly because you like Talabat or you like the message? Ashish takes fresh to home. 2-day mega sale, yeah. So yeah, none. Yeah. So see, the thing is, because it makes life easy and some are not in Qatar. Okay, great. So one of the pieces which I've learned is a poorly written message would result into nobody clicking and opening. Today, we almost receive 5 to 10 messages from brands every week. Uh, but the key is to get the right hook. Like I'll tell you that the text is very limited. Okay, congrats, Shobhit, you have been. So you might be curious, why are they congratulating me? Okay, brands for less last minute shopping deal. So it's almost like a clickbait. Okay, elevate your Ramadan style. So this might be very generic. Okay, as the sense it's let your savings. So Zomato is very boring. Generally, Zomato is very great in copywriting. Okay. Now, I'm just showing you the messages which are after you see. So here, if you see Zomato writing this whole English as the sun sets, let your saving. I'm sure you might be able to judge which are the messages which are used writing any LLM or AI tools. Okay, dive into the world of health. Now, but if you see Zoffor's message, okay, missed you at Zoffor's, use code RIDE50, blah blah blah. Very simple, very crisp, very to the point. Okay, long written messages have a problem. If you have a poorly written hook, your open rates will tank. If you have a good written copy, your CTRs will be there.
I have a question for Zofar. Does this have a limited time to get the offer? Like, it has to be on this specific day, or will be a certain time to get the offer?
So Linda, it's already written in the message that the offer is valid till this date at the bottom. And what is the max discount?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Linda, this could be possible that it's a very personalized message. Okay, since this message was sent to Shobhit, it is possible if this message, if Saurabh goes and tries to use RIDE50, it might not work. Okay, so the way you can configure coupon codes is that RIDE50 will work only for are there any proven tips to increase your open rates and read rates? Yeah. So the number one tip, Ashit, to improve your open rates and read rates is focus on the first line of your copy with right bolds and so this. So if we saw here, okay, if Dear Traveler for your upcoming week, my trip will have poor open rates. Zomato will have poor open rates. A very strongly written first line will get you the best open rates. Okay, there is no other trick. The other trick is what is the time you send the message. So, for example, study your data and see whether you get better attention during morning, evening, afternoon, or on weekends, or on weekdays, or on Thursday, or on Friday. So, day of week, time of day, and copy. These are three things which are super important to get your open rates right. Okay, this is another message which is there from Kareem's. So, while it says congrats Shobhit, so if congrats Shobhit is there, I don't know how would Shobhit be excited enough to open it up. But even if he is excited to open it up, if you see the length of the message is so long. Okay, when you see the preview, you will hardly see till unlimited free deliveries. And whether so a long written message will also have a problem with CTR. Okay, but if your CTR is good, test my luck. How is the landing page designed? So the first is preview, copy, and then the CTA. So in this case, Kareem's page is also key to know whether you're able to convert them or not. So WhatsApp is much complex than writing just an SMS. You have to take care of every small part. It's a combination of it brings in the complexity of doing a social media campaign. It brings in the complexity of using SMS. It brings in the complexity of using design and the tracking and attribution. So WhatsApp, see, you have the CTA, you have the copy, you have the video. Now, a lot of people don't use video well, I've seen, but and there are people who make mistakes with video as well. So video can work well, especially when you have to show a catalog or you want to do a brand campaign or you want to show that, okay, there is a 30% sale running and you want to show that you have huge number of products. So keep a 30-seconder or a 1-minute video, nothing more than that, and keep the message less than 5 MB, because if the message is more than 5 MB, I think people don't download it, or they will not even take 30 seconds. It will take 10-15 seconds to download. So what, after running a lot of experiments, we have seen a 5 MB message is the optimum thing, and mostly square or a long video, but less than 60 seconds. So I'll show you some bad examples. Okay, here is a bad examples. This says, hey, Himanshu, blink you, this will miss, 1 day left, TNC. Now, this has no visual content. It seems to be like an unsolicited message, and it has a little personalization, but to me, the banking messages are the most irrelevant ones. Uh, Now, here, if you see the second message, which is the pizza one, the message is so long that the CTA gets missed. Okay, so if the CTA gets missed, then everything gets down. Okay. Yeah. Ashit, I will cover this part about A/B testing. Okay, let me just complete a few parts and I'll come back to it. Okay, here is another example of Reliance Entros and this whole campaign. Now, Can you guess what will be the preview in this campaign? Anyone? So the preview in this will be the first line. So the preview you will see is hey. And if you see hey, get ready, I'm sure you all know the answer that you would not be motivated to open up this campaign and do it. So the whole problem is, writing a great copy is the most important thing. Okay, good, not even good, a good, very good copy, very optimized, very short, and then not too long. So yeah, video best practices. So this is a very interesting video which Tanish did. So yeah, so this is a very interesting way they are showing all the the jewelries. Okay, and it's a very it's a 10-second video. I don't have time to cover. So here is an example of a Domino's campaign which was sent. It's an interesting campaign where it is sent in 2 languages, one in English and one in Arabic. Yeah. Now, for this, there is a very interesting way to do. You could take the language preference in the first message itself and then store it in your database. And then accordingly, later send what message you feel is better. You want to send the message in Arabic or you want to send the message in English. So that way your message will not be too long. Okay. Now, next is an example for Noon and Talabat. Here again, it has multiple CTAs. Very decently done. They are also focusing on preview optimization. Some more examples, but in this case, Brick Brand Small. This is again a very long message. He will have issues. Store locator is the CTA, and there is a better way. I told you how to do it. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, so that's more about the best practices and some examples of how do you do. We'll quickly talk about conversational commerce. We covered this already. So in India, there was GeoMart who did uh, conversational commerce where you can see the entire catalog. You can then add up things. You can then check out. See, especially in FMCG retail where there are very standard products, it's very easy to do it. In this case, placing the order happens here itself. You can send the cart or you can pay here as well and then close the journey. This is the other example of WhatsApp flows, which I was talking about. The example here is the seat booking. So this is not yet released in the full manner, but soon we will see this coming up. Fees, flight selection, movie ticket, restaurant appointment booking, and many more. This will not be very simple to implement, but once implemented with the right partners, it can give you a very good impact. Okay. Yeah. Uh, we have talked about it. Yeah. So we'll talk about measuring success and a little bit of analytics. Okay. So to get any WhatsApp campaign, there is a 6-step process. The first is to define the communication objective. You want to increase the brand awareness. You want to run a sale campaign. You want to generate leads. Second is identifying the target audience. You must be having a base of lakhs of or millions of customers, which you can then segregate and say, okay, I want to run the sale of 20% off on, say, men's shirt. You figure out, okay, this is running. What is the demographics which you want to target? Then you run the campaign on whatever channel you want. You finalize your copy creative. You think about the timing, and then you generate a business impact. Now, the key matrices in terms of WhatsApp, I'm sure everyone must be knowing it, is a message delivered, message read, click through, conversion, and ROI. Most people I've seen, they go through delivered and read. Some people go through CTR, and very few people reach the ROI. To me, the ultimate metric is ROI. And to do that, I have a simple framework. Okay, so this is an example. So just bear with me. This is an example where we are running a same campaign across 4 periods. The time is very different. One you ran at 10 p.m., one you ran at 11:30 a.m. On Saturday, and then you do it. Okay, and then you have different segments. You have run the campaign. Now, when you run the campaign, you see that how many people the campaign was sent with a delivery rate of 93%. The open rate was 20%, 49% different, and there was a different CTR. Okay. And then there is add to cart and transaction and cost. And then you finally come out with the ROI. ROI is defined as the cost of the campaign, is defined by the revenue which has been generated divided by the cost of the campaign. Now, revenue generated of the campaign is, this is a digital to digital campaign where you say, okay, I run the campaign and we define an attribution window of say 3 days. So anyone who has received this message and they bought anything over the next 3 days will be attributed as sale into this campaign, is how we calculate the CTR. So basis your analytics maturity, we can figure out the CTR, and then you divide it by the cost, you can get the ROI. In this case, you can see the ROI for the campaign 3 is 18.8, which is the best one. Now, what defines ROI also is the base which you target. So all customer base would have a better ROI than the dormant base. So if you want to run a A/B test, then you could say, you can say the segment is same. You could say, okay, the segment is say dormant users, and then you can say, I will test it whether should I send the campaign at 3 p.m. versus 6 p.m. So generally what I have done and what we have tested is you can send the campaign to 10%, 10%, see which campaign wins, and then scale up that campaign to at that time. So the time, so basically sending a small batch of people to that, but make sure that the base is same. When you're running a time based campaign, you can figure out what is the best thing for your audience, or you could also do it. You have to run a lot of experiments at the end, and also it's not, there will be always set of people who have different preference time to open. Okay, Ashit, I hope this answers your question, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay, so there are different types of campaigns when we do. There could be abandoned cart, cash on delivery confirmation, prepaid, reorder, cross sell, feedback message, festival broadcast. So I've given you some sample conversion rates and benchmarks, which might give you an idea, but this is subjective to the data set which we are using. It's not an industry data set for UAE or Middle East. Okay.
Also, this is specific to B2C, to be
This is
specific, right?
B2C. Yeah, this is B2C. So what is also key is it will be good for you to define the benchmarks for yourself as well. As you run these campaigns, classify your campaigns into different types and create your benchmarks and see what is it. And try to be better at yourself only, because every company, every industry is very different.
Right.
So to start a WhatsApp campaign, it's very simple. If you are not into WhatsApp, I'm assuming many of you are. You set up a WhatsApp business account, you build a list, you invest into a WhatsApp automation tool, you design your campaign, you build your ROI framework, and you keep experimenting. One of the key things which I've also seen is personalization elements. So this is an example where we did it in Lenskart, where we use the GV code to personalize. So this is a version of my phone number. My phone number is this 9650608053. We have added a J here. So when I see this campaign, I might say, okay, this is something very similar to my phone number, and the likelihood of me remembering the GV code is higher. And what we have seen in such campaigns, the conversion rate becomes 2 to 3 times higher. So doing a personalization on the GV code, and to me, WhatsApp personalization by just saying, hey Saurabh, hey Shobhit, hey Linda, is the very boring way of personalizing, and that only works in say email. But in WhatsApp, you have to be very creative in how you personalize. And GV code personalization I've seen working very well. So tools and technology is very key to driving Martech, and we talked about a little bit of different tools. So to me, there are two types of tool platforms. One is a CRM platform, and there is a WhatsApp automation tool. So CRM platforms, you might be seeing CleverTap, MoEngage, WebEngage, Contlo, Adobe, all of those platforms. So CRM platforms were great at sending messages. Okay, you can do a blast message and then you can send it out. WhatsApp automation tool can help you build these communication things. So tools like Interact, Bati, AI Sensei, Gupshup, Entagi are ones which can help you build these automations. And the more automation tool you use, the better tech you can get. You don't need to deploy a development team at the tool end. Definitely you will have to have an integration with your CRM system or your POS to be done. So investing to get the maximum value from WhatsApp, investing in WhatsApp automation is very, very key. So how to select the tool is a big question which I get every time. It depends on the use cases you have, how deep use cases you have. If you have a B2C play, then the better tool you use is more important. If you have a B2B, you can live with a mid-size tool, but B2B has a higher ticket size. So it depends on the use case and the complex journey you want to build. The next is integration with the brand stack. So if you are working on say Shopify, UCommerce, so does that tool easily natively integrate with your tool or CRM system? And then how flexible and support is there? And finally, price. Price is very important, and the support. Uh, so a few things which has happened in India is WhatsApp has moved from a guaranteed delivery to a optimized delivery because there was a lot of people who are spending sending messages. So if even if you send 100 messages, only 30-40 might get delivered by WhatsApp because they are moving to an optimized delivery to say, okay, people who have not received too many WhatsApp messages will get, or people who have marked as spam will not be getting it. So it is also basis the brand health score and this one. So I would say definitely use WhatsApp, but be cognizant of your brand's health on WhatsApp. It's very similar to spam rules. It has just started in the last 1 month in India. Not yet heard about started in UAE, but it is a thing to watch out. So yeah, I'm almost at the end of the session. So uh, WhatsApp is a great tool for first-party data. Building first-party data requires a lot of patience and organic points and paid points to be done. WhatsApp is super efficient to drive and grow channel, and great copy creative can help you drive better ROI. And measurement is a key to unlock efficiency. So yeah, so this is all about the session. I'll just quickly talk about what do we do, me and Shobhit. So we are part of Diome, which is our firm, which is into helping brands like yours to get value from marketing. WhatsApp is one of the things which we do. We help companies optimize their social media marketing to help them drive better business impact from the marketing efforts which they do to drive growth. We are not digital marketers. We don't help you build copies creative, but we help you figure out the measurement framework, use tech, use analytics to know how to get maximum value out of it. Your agency or whoever is you're creating your creatives will be continuing their work. We will be acting as a catalyst to do it. We have had very good success stories where we implemented a new WhatsApp strategy for this brand, and they were able to, without spending more in marketing, they were able to acquire 5,000 customers per day additionally. So their ROI also improved 35%, about 40%, and growth improved. Uh, this is another example. We have worked on how to improve social media marketing and all. So the main things which we worked is we help build data-driven cultures in digital or retail businesses or any businesses with our approach. We have worked in fintech, we have worked in retail, we have worked in e-commerce, even medical industry we are working in. So we are industry agnostic, but anything which has to do with tech, data, platform, marketing is where we come in. Some case studies I'm just putting in. So Aliba and Shobhit are part of my team. So we have put in a form where you can share your feedback with us. I'll open up this floor for questions. And yeah, let me know if this session was useful for you and any feedback. Shobhit, you can come online.
Sure. Thank you, Saurabh. This was very insightful and great.
Yeah.
I think Saurabh, first of all, thank you so much. This was really good, and we had so just to give you a little bit of a context, I manage a digital agency here, and we have been working with some of our brands for WhatsApp marketing. And that was the reason that I wanted to be here. And this is definitely something that I would want to consider. And maybe we can connect after this separately, and then we can continue the conversation from there.
Sure.
Sure.
Great, Faizan.
Thank you, Faizan.
Anyone else who wants to share? I would love to know on your WhatsApp journeys, guys, what you are doing, what is the challenge you are facing, how we can help you, or you want to know from us.
There's a question from Ashit.
Yeah.
How to track performance of content that we are testing? Should we use Excel sheet or any easy to use tools are available?
So Ashit, to start with, it's best to use an Excel because it will be great because you can then say, okay, all the parameters of the campaign are same, and then you can do A/B things. I have not seen these tools yet matured enough to support the testing, but uh, I'm working with one of the brands to build an analytics module, and we will consider this thing. And if you need any help, we are happy to help you build your stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the key things that we also do is to build dashboards, automated dashboards to track all your KPIs and data so that
Yeah. So
Saurabh.
so we have this dashboard. Sorry, thanks for bringing that out. We can help you connect, and then it can give you a very good overview of your campaigns, and you can see your ABCD campaigns, which is working better.
So the
Christine, you
performance
have a
of
question, please go ahead.
along with the performance of content, you can track the performance of different channels that you're using for communication, different timings, all your A/B testing, everything that you want to do can be automated using those dashboards that we build. Okay.
Aliba, there is some issue with the form. Can you check?
So Saurabh, Crystal is asking that she works with a very high-end hotel and they have restrictions with respect to communication on WhatsApp. So what would you recommend to do to highlight their offerings, especially in venues without bombarding the guest?
Yeah, so I think so. This can we can sit with you, Christine, and then check. I don't have I need to know more details around it to be able to answer this one.
One of the top of the mind things that I can just think about would be to, what Saurabh had said, that you can use QR code as an entry point.
Yes.
So
yeah, you can use
if you
QR
have
code for it.
if you have a venue and you have guests, you place those QR codes printouts in multiple places where they can see, and then just scan it and then start the conversation with your brand.
Yeah. So Christine, we can connect on it and discuss. We have some ideas on it. We'll see how we can implement some of these things. We might have to use a mix of channels.
Yep. So there's another question from Ashit in between where he's asking, what should be the approach for WhatsApp campaign in case of B2B? Are there any references?
Yeah, so B2B references, if you have a case, we can help you design one. I don't have it top of the mind, but I've seen businesses converting the landing page into WhatsApp and then doing, and also it depends on how high ticket item it is. The more high ticket is, the lesser WhatsApp usage will be. So, yeah. Okay. So what I know we are facing some issues with the survey. Uh, so what we can do is we will mm,
We'll send
I'll
an
send you
email.
the other survey which we had created. You can fill in your information there, and and we can follow it up with you separately. But thank you very much, everyone. We are here for the next 15-20 minutes. Anyone wants to stay back and discuss their use case, would we love to do it. We are passionate about growth marketing and data and using help people improve their marketing efficiency. That's why we do it for a living. And Shobhit is there in Dubai. I'll be visiting Dubai in the week of 11th May. Would love to catch up with few of you. We will see if we can arrange a meeting or we'll meet one to one as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyone and everyone who's visiting Seamless, we can fix an appointment around the same time.